Just checking out BTC. Looking good. Looking good. I have entered a trade on BTC and Ethereum. On longs, to be honest. I'll explain the whole thing, but we'll see. We'll make the plans and whatnot. But yeah, let's get cracking, man. What's going on, champs? Hope you guys are doing well. So, happy Friday. Fucking hell, we're finally made it to the end of the week, man. So, you know, you're fucking the job that you guys got as well, man. Fuck that shit, man. Once Friday is done, you're chilling, man. Fuck that. Who gives a shit, man? I mean, like, yeah, we gotta work and stuff like that. All good. But let's be honest, man. If there's a way to actually not work and just sit at home and chill out, fucking we all do that 100%. I know I would. So good morning to you guys. Happy Friday, Jummah Mubarak. Wishing you guys the best of health, success and happiness. Send my love to your family. And you know, there's someone that you're not talking to or whatever the issue is with family and this and that, friends, X, Y, and Z. Give them a call, man. Just, you know, just show them some love, man. So I just want to give a shout out to all you guys, man. Who have we got? We got John McGee, we got GP, we got Zenek, we got Art. What's going on, brother? Anyone around from Kent or around area? I'm from Birmingham, so I'm far away from Kent. So if you ever hit Birmingham, give me a shout, man. Kanif's here, Shaq here, Walaikum Salam. We got a fucking crowd here, man. What's going on though? So Bitcoin has been a bit of an interesting play, to be honest. Before we carry on, I want to give a quick shout out to the sponsors of the show, Delta Exchange. So I've got a partnership with them. So the point is with these guys, it's like so if I've got an affiliate link that's actually at the bottom of the description. You guys are more than welcome to click on the link itself, sign up to it, and when you sign up to it and you make a deposit, you get 10% bonus of up to $500 in deposit worth of $1 or more in BTC, Ethereum, USDT or XRP. These guys itself, I mean, they're really good. I've been using them for quite a while actually. I mean, the volume wise, quite good. Total volume is about 478 million. So there's a lot of movements in the market. You can see all the contracts. So they got a bunch of coins on there. You can trade them. You can spot buy. You can actually play your futures. I play futures, to be honest, with these guys. They got the app. I have the app on there, which is when I do the streams itself. I jump on the app and make a buy or sell or whatever. And yeah, man, they're good. They're awesome. And if you're in the UK, you can actually, you know, use them as well in the UK. So that's them, Delta Exchange, man. Shout out to these guys. Big love to these guys there. So let's have a look at what's going on in the fucking market though, man. It's been pretty interesting, right? I mean, where do we start? That's the thing, isn't it? Where do we start? I mean, like, I was looking at potential bearishness as well. I mean, I wish I got into a long, to be honest. I tried to play a short on Ethereum. So it was around this area here. A breakdown, go below, but I got stopped out. It was an aggressive play on Ethereum. We'll talk about that soon. But if you look at BTC, you see this blue box that we talked about. We talked about it a few times as well. The blue box, let's do the view quickly. For those who aren't aware, so back in December 2020, was it December? Yeah, December 2020, when we broke all-time high, we had this area consolidation, right? And what happened was, price found resistance off the range high of 2017's high, which is at 20k, come back down, and we came back up, consolidated this area, and shot back up. Normally what we like to see is some sort of, like, you know, a breakout and a retest, hold above it, and let's go. This is your fucking long, and off we go, right? That's what we'd like to see. But instead, it didn't do anything like that. It just consolidated in this area, and that's where price is at the moment. So you can literally just make a range out of this shit, really. But you can see that fucking clearly. You can see. Let's hide all this. Let me make the line itself. Let me just highlight the box. This is the box itself. This is the area that we're focusing on, right? On the range band environment. Make a mid range as well while we're at it. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go on the. Let's see. I need to get a time frame first. Let me get a time frame. Here we go. I think this is good. This is good. And then we just use a fucking line. And all we're doing. That's the mid range, right? Everyone agrees? Has to be, because that is the mid range. Okay? Kind of mad though. Let's just close all this bullshit up. Actually, no, fuck it. We might as well put these lines on there, right? So we've got the range bound environment here that's happened. The range. This is the range bound environment, and that's what we're gonna keep on. All right? Nothing else. Nothing too complicated. Keep it nice and simple, short and sweet. And as you can see, it's pretty. You can clearly see it. Range bound environment. Right, breakout. That was a retest. It looks like it, and you know we're making higher highs. You know, taking out these highs. Sorry, take out these highs first, taking out these highs next, then we take out these highs next, then we'll come and try and take out these high here. The fact that the price is actually stuck into this place and it's range bounded over here, I mean, you can see resistance, support. It's a range bound environment, and even on the mid range, all this here, when we got above it, support, come back down, it's resistance. If we hold above it, show bullish from us, off we go. Take out this high, and let's see if we can actually hold above it, and then fucking go for 26k. That's what I'll be looking for. That's the fucking move, and that's the play we'll be looking for. BTC goes up like that, fucking trust me, Ethereum's gonna go on a mental melt up. Right, that's what I really think. Bullish today, yeah, I am bullish. Looking really good. So range bound environment wise, I mean, we can focus on just literally keeping it nice and simple. And what we can just focus is literally, let me just get rid of some of this shit over here. Yeah, let's just focus on this range here. That's what it is. There's liquidity resting here, and there's liquidity resting here. If we get above the mid range and hold, let's take out this liquidity. If we break down below, let's take out this liquidity. That's what we're looking at. Keep it nice and simple, short and sweet. Does that make sense to everyone? Because the breakout play of this range here lies above on a breakout of this, and something like a pattern like that going to this area here, which is about 26.8k. That's where we're looking for. Something like that, whatever the thing is. There was a low on this side of the chart out there. That's what we're looking to go into. First area of resistance, break above that, 28k. Let's see if we can hold that up. So Fun Time Friday by Joe. 100%. Yeah, you're sick. Yeah, man. Fucking. You know what? I haven't smoked actually. Yo, I ain't smoked for shit today. I need to get a plastic bag. Give me a second, because I got this is fucking full. I didn't think about this just now. Look, Mafia's a fucking ledge. Give me one moment there. I'm just gonna empty all this ash, man. 1 second. Fucking hell, that's a lot there. I don't like doing it in the house, innit? Because I like doing this outside, but now that I'm on the stream, I'm just gonna have to deal with this shit. God damn, that stinks. Oh, fucking hell, dude. Oh, shit. You nasty motherfucker. Don't smoke, kids. Smoking's bad for you. Smoking makes you look cool, but it's bad for you at the same time. That's why I'm gonna smoke, because it makes me look cool. I'm messing. Stupid habit to get into in the first place. Smash up the likes, man. Show some love. Oh, I've got to open the fucking window. I was half thinking to do the stream without a cigarette, see if I can do it, man. BTC will hit 26 seconds, 100%. 100%, let's see. But it's looking good though. I mean, the view looking fucking sick. I mean, look, that's what we're looking for, to break above this high. But as traders, you always got to be prepared for everything, right? That's the key thing. I don't think people tell you this, right? The problem is, it's like, everyone wants to be bull, everyone wants to be bear. I don't fucking know, man. Everyone wants to be something, right? You want to fit into a crowd, trust me, don't fucking bother, right? You just gotta play the market as how it is. Remember when I told you, like, well, like, when you look at the market, there's people with big money, right? Trust me, money that me and you won't see, right? Hopefully we do. But let's just say, like, you know, they have big money. Now the issue is with these guys is that they move the market. We don't. If we all collectively put our money together and hit buy together, we won't make a dent to the fucking market. That's what you always got to remember. There's no way that any of us is really going to make a dent in the market. You're going to have, not millions, you're going to have billions. Sailor, I'll give you an example. Sailor bought 16,000 BTC, right? He bought BTC, 16,000 BTC around this area. I believe it's around this area here, right? Some shit like that, okay? Did he make a dent? Like, even if he bought it around here, this area here, this is a bit of a range bound environment. His range is over here. Fucking range high, range low, right? It ranges over here. And look where we found support. Boom, off we go. But anyway, he bought 16,000 fucking BTC, 320 million. And you're telling me he didn't make a fucking move? He didn't make this candle. Trust me, he didn't make that fucking candle. He bought over here. Elon Musk dumped 75% of his BTC. Do you see BTC tanking down this way? How much did he sold? I think he sold 75% of his fucking portfolio. He bought 1.2 billion. About 30,000. Let's say he bought at 30,000. We can do the maths right now. Actually, fuck it. Calculator. Yeah, so he bought what fucking 1.2 million, a billion. That's there. Yeah, 1.2 billion at 30,000. Let's say 30,000. We're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because we like Elon Musk. So he bought 40,000 BTC. He sold 75%, which is 30,000 BTC. 30,000 BTC, right? Times it by what? Fucking, let's say 20k. Well, let's give him the benefit of that 22k. 22,000. 660 million. Did he make a fucking dump? You know what I'm saying? Which means there are bigger players than Elon Musk and Saylor. Bigger players. You've got to get that in your head. The sooner you get that in your head, the easier it becomes. Because then you realize, hang on a second, I'm not going to do shit to this market. I need to play the scraps. We're like, there's real whales out there. And there's fucking, there's like tuna fishes and salmons. Bruv, we're not tuna fishes or salmons, man. We're not fucking crabs or lobsters here. Or even prawns. We're the fucking algae, fam. Well, the algae, they eat us up. You know what I'm saying? So the sooner you get that in your head, the faster it becomes. You can understand, hang on a second, I need to play the market both sides at the end. Up and down, up and down. That's all it is. That's all you got to do. You find a range bound environment, you play that range bound environment. Doesn't fucking matter if it breaks out or breaks low. As long as it's within the range, you play within the range, okay? Remember consolidation. However long that consolidation is, bam, we were in a consolidation for 4 fucking weeks, man. If you look at it this way, I'm going mad here. What the fuck's wrong with me? Where did I fucking wake up from? I don't know. But look at here, look here. 4 weeks. Oh, wow, fuck off, man. Fucking pen. 4 fucking weeks of consolidations. You're telling me we couldn't trade that? What, we need to actually have a break up and do this? And then we can trade this bit? Fuck that shit, man. We're trading the fucking range because we can make money off it no matter what. And we did. We actually did. If you guys jumped in the fucking trades, I planned it all out for you. Hold support, reclaim support, we go up high. Mid-range, above mid-range, we go to range high. Once we break, so like this, we find a deviation, the moment we held support, we hold it, especially we break out this high here, that was your confirmation, off we go. Next level, well, mid-range target 1, then you can go target 2 for range high. Obviously, you can break it down to level sections, but it's simple. Then once you get above the range high, you see this low here, once we break this low, this candle was confirmation, we send it back down to where? To range low. So you got mid-range and then you go to range low. Then again, same shit. We deviated, made a higher low, broke up, found support. You see this high here? If you smashes above this high, I mean, to be honest, this candle itself was your confirmation. You could have played it with a stop loss, a hard stop here, or you could put a stop loss there, going all the way back to range high. And we did the range high play. And what happened is once we broke out, I talked about it. Once we broke out, broke this high. Let's go. Let's fucking go. And that's it. That's all we gotta do. So you shouldn't worry about fucking cutting a trade early or I'm not gonna make all this move here from this low here all the way to fuck that. Who gives a flying fuck? Because what if, right? So just let me remove all this shit here. There's a lot of lines there. Fucking hell. Dang, you gotta chill the fuck out a little bit. What if this was a deviation? What if it was a deviation? We'll know if we break below this low, final resistance, off we fucking go. Back into thingy range low. That's all we have to do. You're playing it safe. You're not a fucking whale. I'm not a fucking whale. None of us are put together. So take it easy, man. So if you cut a trade, right, and that's what you gotta understand psychologically. If you ever cut a fucking trade, don't fucking matter. Just chill the fuck out. Cutting trades is not it's not weak. It doesn't show a sign of weakness or immaturity or confidence. There was a key word someone said about confidence taking a trade. Don't fucking worry, chill the fuck out. Take it easy. All you gotta fucking do is literally find the range we're playing in and play within that range. If we break out and we do something like this, no problem. I didn't caught it from the bottom over here. Oh, sorry. Let's just say it was from range low. It did this, right? It did come down and then come back all the... I didn't caught it from here. I don't fucking care. I know once we break this high, this is my confirmation, I can play my game all the way back up to 26k, whatever it is got to go to. And once it goes to 26k, take profit, because we're gonna take fucking profit. There's no point you fucking trading and not taking profit. Do you know how shit that is? Like, you see, let's just say you risk $100, right? And the trade goes well, and you see like $300 is a 3-hour move, right? And the next thing is, right, it comes up to like a resistance at 26k. It's like breaking down, and then you start seeing 600. And for me, that's a sign to cut the trade. But like then you see from $300 go to 650, 220, 130. How shit is that? Remember, we can always get into the trade. It's not a fucking problem. You don't need to switch bias in and out like fucking change it, because most of us don't even change our underwears every day, right? But you gotta get the emotion. That's right. Mafia saying there, 100% needs to be patient. Play with brains, not with emotion. That's 100% true. Hunter's in the chat. What's going on, brother? Darius here. What the fuck? We've got the fucking crew, man. Joel's here as well. You stay away from the charts for a day or two. Everything seems to be difficult. In a way, I can see why you would say that, but you have to remember, if you use the same technique over and over again, you gotta find your style, right? My style in particular is range bound plays, and it's pretty easy, pretty simple rule. Like once you understand the concept, obviously, which is like, if there's a deviation, we step back in and we're gonna hold. We can't take out this low over here, or this low especially, right? And then if you break down and take out this low here, find resistance, then we know this is your confirmation, take the trade down there. And that's not a deviation, it's just a retest, right, off the range low. But if we are stepping back in and it was a deviation, as long we hold above the mid-range, which we do, you can see, you can clearly see on the 4 hours, it's a 4-hour chart, right? You see that we get above and we start making bullish plays and go up high. We're grinding all the way up there, and here we go. And right now, I was looking for potential shorts from mid-range to go back down, but what happened is like, I mean, this is a 4-hour chart. When we close over here on the 4 hours, it's all good, because then we know any pullback we could play the move back up. So it's just it's not an easy game. I'm not saying trading is easy, but I'm saying that when you understand the psychological point of yourself, not the market, just yourself, you got to understand you as a human being. How do you work? How do you think? How do you play? Because emotions is especially in this fucking day and age, right? Everyone's got emotions. Let's chat to you guys. Everyone's got fucking emotions in it. Everyone is just being soft and weak about everything as well. Look, we're human beings. We're not animals, right? Which means that we have control of ourselves. Animals don't have control of themselves. So if you can actually control your emotions and take it out of the trading game, and just look at it as a point blank, as this is where price is going, this is where the magnet is. Why? Because we'll hold above the mid-range, range high. Get below the mid-range, range low. Simple as that. If we hold the range low, mid-range. That's all you're doing. And if you can focus on that solely, you would make money, right? That's all it is, all right? So that's pretty much my rant over. And let's fucking chat about the chart now. So now it's looking good. It's all looking decent. The market is looking pretty interesting at the moment. Let's just make some plans now. Let's make some plans. All right, so let's delete all this shit first. We'll get everything back on. Smash the likes, man, if you're enjoying it there. Where you're saying so true, I have lost so much because I was thinking like Jim. Yeah, the thing is, like, how many times have you lost money where you realize, hang on a second, if I were just patient, right, my stop loss was at a certain point and I wouldn't have got stopped out. How many times has that happened to us? I'm sure a lot. Definitely happened to me when I was young, like in my early days of trading, and even from time to time. Still, when I cut a trade a bit too early, it's like I was like, oh, my validation was right. And then emotion gets to us, but you got to take it out. It does happen to us, but once you take it out, it makes a lot more sense. So, looking at Bitcoin, right? Let's just fucking go on the 1 hour. Right? So 1 hour is interesting, right? And I'm just going to draw some lines, alright? Draw some lines, I'm going to take it all off and keep it nice and simple, right? So that's the range low, and that's the range high. Okay? That's the plan is, and this is the mid-range. I'll just draw it from here, actually. From here, and let's draw it from there. Cool. Then we got Monday's high. I'm just going to only mark Monday's high. That's that. We'll talk about Monday's high in a second. And I'll throw in this line as well. This line is the fucking, you know what? Let me just, I just fucked it up, didn't I? Yep, I did fuck it up. Cool. We're just going to do it like that. We're just gonna focus on this area. Oh, that's the 1 hour. Let's go on 15 minutes. That's why it's the fucking bullshit. There we go. Right. So you can see a few things here. Right. Number one. Before I carry on, right? You see this trend line that we got here? That trend line's holding. It's really holding supportly. So support, deviation, deviation. Get back into it. Support, deviation, support, support, support. Had a little deviation, but it's holding above. As long as we hold above it, it's all good. You see this trend line? If we were to break below it, then we go back to range low and then play it back down, right? And we also step back into this range itself and we play it level to level. So that's the first thing we got to remember. And the second thing is like, look, you got to ask yourself a question, right? If this is the end of a lower high, how would I know this? What would indicate to me that that's a lower high, right? So, like, you know how price action is actually on a bear market wise is going down like this, and we're looking. We talked about on Sunday. We're looking for the lower high. So price is going down, right? We're looking for the low. Oh, fucking hell. Price is going down like this. We're looking for the lower high, and then come back down and shoot it back down, keep going further down. That's what we're looking for, right? And so now the question is, how do I know that this is the lower high? Okay, is this the lower high? We don't know just yet, but we need confirmation. What would confirm that to us that it's the lower high? So if I just blank all this shit first for a moment, and I want you guys to actually have a look at this and just think to yourself for a moment, right? What it could be, right? There's all these, now we've got a naked chart, right? We know the market structure is actually forming bullishness right here, right? This is the bullishness, right? We can see higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Is at any moment it could just come back down and just do this, take out these lows out there, and now it's all over. And then that would definitely confirm it's, once we take out these lows here, it's definitely that's the lower high there, and then we smack it back down. But one way to indicate how this is going to actually go into a lower high, and we're ready to play lower instead of actually taking the shorts here. This is a confirmation here, right? One way to do that is that if you look at the range band environment, what is the range we've been playing for so long? And I've been banging on about this for some time. Yo, Unique, what's going on, brother? Morning. Yeah, and Lone Wolf, how's it going, brother? Good to have you here as well, man. Is the same Lone Wolf on Twitter? Yeah, so you see this high there. I've been banging on about this fucking range band environment for so long in it, right? That's not right. It's this here. Now, this is a deviation, this is a deviation, and this is a deviation. This could potentially be another deviation, right? It could be, because if we come back down to here, for example, and break down, that's just a short. It's a shorting scenario, and that'll be a confirmation, right? And then back down to obviously Monday's high. Wherever Monday, I think that's Monday's high there. No, Monday's high is here, and then from Monday's high we come back into mid-range. I think mid-range is about there. Mid-range, and then from mid-range we go to Monday's low. And if we step back into this is the story. If we step back into the range, right, that is a deviation then, right? Does it make sense? And if that's a deviation, that means that's the fucking lower high. Because we're still in a bear market, and we're still going to go down lower. From once we step back into the range, we're going to ask ourselves, what the fuck are you doing back in the range? Then from the mid-range of here, go back down, and then we start looking for the fucking crazy move that we want to get and shoot it back down. Does that make sense, everybody? That's how you know the lower high is in. Everyone gets it? Faith, my brother, good morning. So once you see, again, this is why range band environments are important. So once you, with a range, you can tell a lot of story out of it. You can see what price it wants to do. Well, okay, so let's just say, like right now, I'm long, right? And I'm long, right? And I'll talk about the longs in a bit, right? So I'm gonna just remove all this shit, okay? So if you want to, the confirmation that that's the lower high, this here area is the lower high, is when we step back in and find resistance off the mid-range, break down, this will be there in your confirmation, because that was all a deviation. That's your confirmation for you to go lower, right? That's where if you want more, like the confirmation. What's so important about confirmation is basically means the probability of it going in that certain direction is higher than actually taking a short over here, right? You can take a short, right? For example, if I were to do this, I do Control D. If I take a short around, I think about here, right? Let's say price comes into here. I can take a short and break it back down, right? I can still play the liquidity game over here to Monday's high. I can do that. It can come back into here and find support and then break up and do this. That's not a problem. You can do whatever the fuck you want, right? That's a very possible scenario that you can do. But what I'm saying to you is the moment we step back into the range, breaks down, takes out the low, this is your confirmation, and off we go. We smack it to the mid-range, smack it down to range low, look for the next set of targets, break down, off we go. And that's your next and this, I believe, will be the expansive move to go down. Because we already had the deviation of the range, it tricked everyone to go high, and off we go. Right, does that make sense? So if you look at another thing as well, I actually want to have a look at this for a moment. Go on the 1 hour, right, just to get less candles on there. Look at this now. We can potentially say that this high, can I say this high? Let's have a look. I want to actually draw a range actually. This high to this low. Is this the one? Let me get another chart. Because I was looking at this yesterday night. I just want to have a look at something. I've gone the 4 hours. I forgot which time frame it was. I mean, I've seen people do ranges from here, and I don't quite understand that in my opinion. I really don't understand it, but it's perfectly fine. I would say there's no issues with it, but it's the way you do it. I'll probably do it from this high here. Yeah, this high makes more sense because the reason why, you can see this support, deviation, smack down, range low. Then we get a deviation over here, another set of deviation, come back down to 25% of the range. 25% of the range held the support, then we come back to the mid-range, resistance, smacked up into the 75% range. Find a deviation of 75% of the range, come back down to range low. So it's still level to level, so you can still focus level to level. So whichever time frame you want to play, you can still do that, right? It's not a big issue. But you can see that if that's the case, right? If this is a range, so some people do this as a range. I wouldn't do this as a range personally. Well, whatever floats your boat. Probably use this one to be honest. Doesn't really matter. There's not much of a difference anyway. Story still stays the same. And the fact, even if you're here, right, we're above the mid range. I mean, like, that makes sense. You know why? Because over here, as an SR point of view, this was support. Come back up, smash below it, resistance, and we're looking to climb back up as well. So tricky. It's tricky. It looks kind of it looks a bit bullish to me as well. On a high time frame, that's what it is. But let's just make plans of how we're gonna do the fucking playing the on the 15-minute time frame as a day trade. I think that's what everyone gives a shit about, to be honest. All right? You can see. I mean, look, you can draw another fucking trend line if you like, from here to there. And that's what we find in resistance. Come back up, take this hold above it. Let's fucking play this play into this area and take out these highs, and then let's see if we can get any higher. Alright? That's like fucking, you can do whatever you want. You can do trend lines, you can do fucking range band environments, you can do fucking oopsie daisy shit, whatever you want to do. So let's just do the style of how we're gonna play this game, okay? So we got some fucking lines now, right? Now let's just talk about what is Bitcoin is trying to do, right? Where is it trying to, like, is it a deviation? Because look, we know this is a range bound environment. Let's just draw this fucking out, right? So that's up there, put this over here. No, yeah, I'll do it like that, okay? Not too fussed about anything else. Trend lines. So we know this is, oh, fuck off. We know this is range high, okay? This is mid-range. This is range low. Right, and this is the Monday's high. That's what we're gonna focus on. Monday's high, and then this range itself. Okay, it's gonna make sense once I actually clear this all out. Okay, just hang in there, and you should be able to see what's up. If I hide all this, voila. Okay, can you see how Monday's high? People were talking about, they was asking questions about Monday's high. Why is it so important? Why this? Why that? X, Y, and Z. Okay. Monday's high has acted as a pivot. What is a pivot? Is when price plays around it. All right, whether it goes higher or lower. So when we look at Monday's high, if we want to be bearish, right? So you see how we got this low over here, right? This low here, once we get back below it underneath, it comes back in 25% of the range, right? Comes into around the 25% of the range, well, Monday's high, and we can easily say we can play it back down, smack it down to here, right? That's what you could say. Same time, right? Once we get to the range low and we come back up, we hold the support once, hold the support twice, and we're making higher highs. So already we can say it's bullish. You agree? Everyone agrees? Michael Caffrey's in the fucking house, man. What's going on, brother? What artwork you stealing these days? What way could you have a confirmation that was the higher low before it gets back into the range? No, but that's the thing is, let's have a look. If I got fucking, let me answer the question quickly. So if that's the range itself, that the big boy range, right? This is the big boy range that we're playing, right? I'm gonna put that fucking pink actually. Right, that's the big boy range, right? And so you got all this, right? Now we're gonna make the plans, right? We're gonna see how we're gonna play this, and potentially in the weekend see how it goes, right? So Gaffrey's asking a good question. Morning, Joel P. How's it going, brother? But Gaffrey's asking a good question. It's like, what would you use to actually? How would you tell if this is going to be a lower high, right? If we're going to go a lot more lower, for you to enter the trade on a swing trade. That's what really the question is. A swing trade back down to play it, so you can enter a trade from around, let's say here or wherever it is, before we enter down here to show us this breakdown. Yeah, that's what you're asking, right, Mike? Yeah. So I'm going to do the bullish scenario first, because the price action is kind of bullish. So if you guys want to jump in, you can jump in X, Y, and Z. Then what I'll do is I'll talk about the bearish scenario, and then talking about the possible lower high and how to enter a trade on a swing trade, swing trade itself. Okay. So this is the bullish scenario. Okay. Like I said, Monday's high has been pivotal, right? We had a deviation of Monday's high, a deviation of it, and now we found support and support. Okay, so then as long as this holds, as long as Monday's high holds, we're good to go, right? Which means that you can play, and on top of that, within this range itself, we're focusing this range. So think of Monday's high as an SR. That's why I draw one line. I didn't draw anything else. Monday's high is an SR. That's the pivot. Now, if you want to enter a trade as a bullish scenario, you can see that this is the mid range. Why is it the mid-range? What's so important? Resistance, deviation, a lot of deviation there. Find some resistance, then the support, come back down, deviation, resistance. So it's a key point. Now, what I would like to see, I think I entered around here, to be honest. This breakout itself, I was like, okay, it's bullish enough. Why? Because we're taking out these, taking out liquidity there, taking out liquidity there, taking out liquidity here. Well, no, that's a lie. Taking out liquidity here, sorry. And the fact that we've cleaned above the fucking 15 minutes, right? On the 15 minutes is we smashed above the fucking mid-range. It was a clear trade for me to actually say, you know what, like my invalidation is here, that's a hard stop there. I can actually enter the trade on like with a stop loss here, right? And I can play level to level. Why? It's because if price decide to come back down, I want it to see this. I want to see this hold, right? So you see this high here. I want to see this high hold, right? So which is the mid-range between these 2 points. Makes sense? So let price do its thing. You can come back down, hold above it. As soon as we hold above it, take out these highs. That's the confirmation play. Target 1, and then we'll see how we go. Target 2 will have to be here. That's it. That's target 2, and then target 3 will be the highs itself. That's the bullish play. That's the pullback scenario. What could happen is literally the next pullback is literally come back down here off this little area here. There's a little bit of consolidation, right? Well, especially off this here. Off this consolidation. The moment we hold above this high, take out this high over here. That's your fucking confirmation to play there. Target 1, target 2, and then see if we can get to target 3. Target 2 will always have to be here, right? I'm gonna leave this line there importantly, so you guys can understand. Does that make sense to everyone? If price decides to actually fucking say, you know what, I don't want to. Delete all this shit. Yeah, if price decides to say, you know what, fuck this shit, this is the high, I want to reclaim and hold above it, that's your confirmation still. Well, this is your confirmation to go in, and I say I'll bring my stop loss over here to go all the way back to target 1, target 2, target 3. That's the bullish scenario. Make sense? Right? Now, the bearish scenario is like this, right? Fucking let me delete this. Cool. So the bearish scenario is that, okay, how do we enter a bearish scenario, right? Let's do the pullback plan, right? Like, I mean, the push-up plan and how we can enter a bearish scenario. Well, above the mid-range, it can hold above it, it can do whatever it wants to do. It can come up to here. Remember I said this is target 2. Why target 3? What's so important there? If price decides to come up here, or even up to here, and breaks down, right? That will then be my confirmation. Well, to be honest, that's not a lie. That's a fucking lie. Let me draw this out. So you see this area here? This is an area consolidation, okay? You can see price has consolidated in this area, has come back down. He's never retested this area. He's never retested it, which is why I'm pretty bullish for a day trade to at least go to here as a minimum target. Well, target 1, target 2, and target 3, yeah? That's the plan. Now, if price goes all the way up there, does its thing, whatever it wants to do, the moment we step back into this and break out this low right here, that's my confirmation. Obviously, you can play, then that's my confirmation to go back down to the mid-range. From the mid-range, coming back down into Monday's high. Once we step into Monday's high, then the gates has changed now. The gates has changed, and we've got to understand what has happened. Because if Monday's high is supposed to be bullish, we shouldn't step back in. This is one step of confirmation to play a swing trade. The swing trade would then be, if I want to enter a swing trade, I enter a short over here, right? And I have to put my hard stop over here. Playing it back down to wait, seeing how we get back below the mid-range, the range high on the weekly. And then I can convert, and I can do, if this happens, I can bring my confirmation, that's my confirmation to add more to the position. And once, whatever the deviation is above the mid-range, that will then be my new stop loss. Does that make sense to you guys? So that's one way to understand, to determine, right? Once we, especially we get below the mid, especially I think the Monday's high. Monday's high is it's a determination of it going lower, because Monday's high shouldn't be retested now. It shouldn't do, because we're making higher highs, right? It can do whatever it wants to do. It can actually come up to, like, the price can do its thing up here. That's a deeper pullback all the way up there. Because obviously we know once we break down into this area, we're back into this range. You can ask yourself, what the fuck are you doing back in this range? You're shorting the position from here, looking to see how we get back down to mid-range. From the mid-range, you can add another position, right? Going back down to range low, right? Once we step back into the Monday's high, you know this is fucking dangerous, right? Because we shouldn't be stepping back into it. We've done it once, we've done it twice. It is supposed to go up. Fucking let's send this fucker up, back up to the fucking sky, and let's make some money out of it, right? Morning, Bastion. Good to have you here. So that's the plan in terms of how you would actually understand that there's a swing trade possible, a possible swing trade. If you enter from the range high and we're breaking down, so like, let's draw this out. So if you're entering from the range, oh, let me just delete all this shit. Oh, fuck off. That's Monday's high there. Yeah. If you're entering from, let's say we go back up and then we break down and we do something like that, right? You know that this was going to be your confirmation, right? Especially once we get below this block. Because if we're supposed to be bullish, we shouldn't be in it. We shouldn't get below the block. They should have acted as support, right? That should have. This is what it should have done. Something like that. You can come down, but it should hold as support. The moment you step back in below the blue box, find resistance. That will be your confirmation. Let me just do this properly. So like this is your confirmation, right? For example, because we've broken below and we're now finding, I think we're retesting that block itself, and on top of that we're above the range, I think we're below the range high. Well, you know, minimum, mid-range, then range low. That you can play like a day trade, playing it back down, and you can evolve that into a scalp trade, because remember, you're taking profits from here, and if you get down below, you're compounding your position, you're adding your position, bringing your risk lower, which is whatever, something like a high above here, and you can add a position going back down to Monday's high. See how that reacts. If he holds Monday's high and goes up higher, reclaims the mid-range, you fucking cut the trade. Does that make sense, everybody? I hope it does. Because that's the plan, and that's how we're looking at it as well. So the real factor is now is that we're playing within this range here. Range high to range low. Until we step back below, right, we can't be looking at this just yet. We need to step back below, find resistance, and then we can say, yeah, you know what, fucking time. That was a deviation. This was a deviation of the range high, of the mid range. You know, put a stop loss there. I can send this back down. So that's all we're playing at. That's as simple as we can make it to you know, playing a range bound environment. Any questions? Also, I want to talk about why I'm also bullish, right? So if you remember when I had SC on the stream, right, we had him for a short while, and I was talking about BTC dominance, and he was saying to me, "Fam, you use BTC dominance. I never quite understood that, blah 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 blah," right? And he's like, everyone uses different things like totals, total 2, total 3, whatever bullshit they use. I like to use BTC dominance. So, morning Rahul, good to have you here as well. Michael says, sold an NFT this morning for ETH profit, but want to sell for cash to buy back in lower, so as in confirmation the relief of rally is over. Huh? What the fuck? Sold an NFT. So he sold an NFT for ETH, right? And he made profit, but he wants to sell for cash. Oh, so he wants to. Oh, you want to sell for USDT? You want to sell ETH for USDT to buy back in lower? It's a bit of a tricky one. I mean, like we'll talk about Ethereum in a bit. You know what I mean? But yeah. So yeah, if you guys remember, like what's the name? Fucking Trader SC was like, you use this and that. I was like, yeah, I use this as like as a guidance, and he's like, oh, fair play, blah blah blah, X, Y, and Z. So on the daily, it's a bit more cleaner. You can see, yeah. Okay, let's look at the daily, right? Daily it's like this, right? So as you can see, that is range high, right? Because that's the high. Well, I use this high. I didn't use this high there. That was to me the liquidity in it. Like it's a mad wick. And down over here was the range low. Okay, so it was the wick on the daily that you can see the low, and all you can see, you had a deviation there with support, a deviation here, and a tiny deviation there. So it was still capped within this area, right? Mid range, right? How is the mid range working at the moment? We fucking smashed below the mid range, right? Like it's a massive dump from range high to mid range. Okay, and then not only that, we're breaking down. And you see this pattern, see this low here? This low itself, we've come back, so we come back down, smash below it, come back into this area here, and it's now broken down below it as well. This is a confirmation on the short on BTC to where? Target 1 on this area here, so let's call it the 25% of the range, break but down below, and then we can go to this area here. I'll say that'll be the next set of targets, and then the range low. And it's just a range bound environment, that's what it is, right? So if BTC's dominance is going down, what does that mean? What that means is that fucking there's less money in BTC, than more money going into it somewhere else. Where's that going into? Going to something like Ethereum. So if I want to double check that, I can say, you know what? My view is 25%. This area here, 41%, and then 39. Let's call it 40% or 39.6%. All right. This is the area of targets I'm looking for. Let's look at a fucking traffic cone. Let's do that. Like red, orange, green. I think in America it's different, or somewhere else it's different than in Europe, but that's how it looks like in fucking the UK. But that's what we're looking for. So in terms of, be careful when using include stable coins. What do you mean, brother? Does it include stable coins? Are you sure about that? That's a bit tricky now. Now you just fucked me over here now. Goonie comes in, he's fucking being a Goonie here, innit? What do you mean about that? Explain that to me if you don't mind. Ethereum dominance. Market cap Ethereum dominance. Ah, here we go. And you can see Ethereum dominance, right? We're reclaiming this trend line over here. So it looks like, pretty sure it does. The total market cap do. Yeah, total market cap does include everything. Total market cap 1 includes BTC, Ethereum, stablecoins, all the alts and whatever. Total market cap. So if you type in total 2, that includes everything except BTC, including stablecoins. And total 3 is without. It's just alts and stablecoins. But BTC dominance, I'm pretty certain that it's just Bitcoin. It's just the amount of money that's in Bitcoin compared to everywhere else. That's what it's to focus on. If I'm wrong, I'm really sorry, but I do believe that's the case. I could be wrong. So, I mean, let's just fucking make this as a blatant chart. I mean, look at this. Fucking, it has been going bullish though. I mean, it's okay. Let's do a fucking range band environment. Let's do a clean chart right here just for you guys. We're gonna do a range band environment as well, and I'm gonna show you how I pick these levels out. All right. So you guys are in the fucking treat today. You know what? Let me light up a cigarette before I do this. Does anyone see where the range band environment? Can someone tell me in the chat where would they pick a range? let's just say I'm gonna highlight a few places, and I just want you guys to tell me, right? So we got, this is 1, right? So let's call that as number 1, or would you say this is number 2, or would you say number 3, or would you say number 4, or would you say number 5, or would you say number 6? So there's 6 areas that you can choose, right? Which I'll actually want you guys to interact with me here. Where would you say the range bound environment is? Tell me about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. I'm gonna give you a couple of like a minute or two. So Iron's saying 3. Okay, so he's saying this low to this high. Understandable. Very, very cool. What else is anyone saying? Let's just pick this one out. Right. So this is the low and this is the high. That's why he's saying it's a range bound environment. I can see that. Yeah. Understandable. Unique saying on higher time frame 5 and low time frame 6. So he's saying this one, right? That's what Unique is saying, 5, and then he's saying lower time frame is this, and also around here. Okay, cool. I like it. We got fucking the one below 2. So let's say I'm gonna delete this one. The one below 2. This one here. Is that what you're talking about? Okay. Darius saying 5, right? Bash is saying 6. Jacob saying 1. Jacob saying this one here. I like this. Everyone's actually fucking into it now. Fucking hell, this is good. I like this too. That's nice. Unique saying 3 on low time frame, which is this one already had that. And Jacob saying is and 4. So he's saying he's number 4, which is this area here and this area here. Okay, cool, nice. Okay. Now, how many of you guys believe that you were right? You see how mad this is, right? Hey, wait. Having internet problem today? Watch that. No problem then. Okay. Below 3 and 2, right? So Aaron's saying below 3 and 2. Cool. How many of you guys believe that you're right? Hunter saying number 5. Joel saying number 2. I like that. I like everyone's what they're saying. I bet you everyone believes that they're right. And what's the important bit about this is that we've got so many people here that just fucking gave me numbers, and you guys are seeing different things, and I love that, because you know what? We're human beings. We see different things. Everyone is seeing a picture of where they are. Ashwin saying 3. Joel saying 2. Hunter saying number 5. Hunter saying 100% right. What a fucking G. Why would we guess if we thought we were wrong? Yeah, true. I like that. I like that attitude, Jacob. That you believe that you're right 100%. I love the attitude that you guys have, and that's the energy you need to have, which is what I'm telling you is that fuck everyone on Twitter, fuck everyone that you see that tells you a fucking price or where price is or whatever. It's you. It comes down to you. And then what I want you guys to do is actually improve as your gameplay is, right? I'm gonna break this down, right? And just talk about each range is in its own way. It's actually education right now, actually. Unique saying 5, first swing high and first swing low. Cool. And Darius says 2 is another one. Yeah, 100%. Okay, let me finish the cigarette first. But that's the point. The point is that you guys have all these views and all these do you talk to any other traders regularly, or do you treat it like a solo job? Jacob, to be honest, right, I talk to myself. I fucking talk to myself like a psychopath. Like, I'm in the corner like this. Yeah, Dave, you know what? This is fucking the way to do it. Z, you know what? You're fucking right, you know. Like, yeah, I think we've got to do this. Nah, it's not like that. I'm a fucking crazy motherfucker. 6 is high, 4 is low. Goonie's right. 6 is high, 4 is low. I like that. I like that idea. I feel like in an industry you need other experienced people around you can talk to and bounce ideas on who you trust their opinions. Jacob, you know who the only person I listen to is Trader SC. Trader SC is probably the only person I chat to in terms of charts itself. Like, I listen to him when he posts his charts. I check it out what he's saying, trying to see what he's saying and what he's seeing as well. And does it fit what I'm talking about? And if it doesn't fit what I'm talking about, why is it we're seeing two different things? You know what I'm saying? Because he might be seeing something that I'm not seeing, or I might be seeing something that he's not seeing. And how many signals do you have? So, and the one thing I learned about traders, right, on Twitter, they don't trade. They don't fucking trade. That's the honest truth. Most people, 99% of people on Twitter don't trade. They don't do shit. It's all bullshit. It's all smokes and mirrors. And they say, yeah, you know, congratulations if you bought in this and that. It's the same on YouTube as well. No one trades. I bet you 99% of people don't even do it, right? Don't even try, right? They just draw a couple of lines and then say, yeah, this is it. This is the plan. It might go up, it might go down, and that's it. But no one really takes the trade. No one shows it. Well, I mean, there's very few. There's very few people that do it, but it is what it is. Now, if we talk about how many cigarettes do you have in a day normally? My mom used to be a chain smoker, but she stopped because of children when we were born. Oh, bless your mom. May your mom be rewarded for that as well. I smoke fucking loads, man. I smoke like, I like to say 10, but I think I smoke more than 10. Yeah, I think the thing is, trading has made me smoke a lot more. That's the honest truth. I cheated and used the volume profile. Ah, fucking goonie. What a fucking goonie. Goonie used the volume profile, which is all. Look, by all means, you can do that as well. So let's just focus on these areas, right? So I'm going to delete everything off, and I'm just going to show these areas, right? So whether you set this one to this low here, that's also a very valid way. Why? Because we're playing within this range here. We are playing in this range. What I want you to always focus about, right, is to focus where price is at. When you're looking for a range, you need to start focusing where price is at. So price is here. Where has the previous price action is? Where's the consolidation has been? So you could say number 1 is perfectly fine. You could even say number 2 is perfectly fine as well. Why? Because price is within this area here. So the mid-range will be around approximately about here. So that's also correct as well. There's no problem with that as well. Now, for those who were saying that number 3, I believe number 3 was this one here, this low here, and this high over here. That's also right, because you can also say price is within this area here. No problem there. You can also say that price was playing. You can say this was another one here, I believe. And you can see price is actually up here, right? So I want you to focus on this. Price is up here, right? But we're talking about a range band over here. Yes, that is correct. What is so important about this? This was a consolidation that led to the breakout, did a retest, goes up higher, and it's come back down for a deeper pullback, right? Ideally, we'd like it to retest this area and hold above it and then reclaim and be around this area. But what I also want you to know is that price is far away from this range band environment. So we shouldn't really be looking at this environment until price breaks down, and we're like, all right then, this is definitely an SR, right? That's an SR because it's a range high. It's a resistance deviation, and we come back up and we're looking to retest this, right? But in the meantime, because price is up here, we can have that in the back of our mind. So I would say this one is incorrect for now. Just for now. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying that no, Hunter, just slow down, right? Because like everyone has a view, and I'm just showing it one by one. That's what it is, right? There's no issues there at all, okay? But I would say if we break down, like let's say we break down this low here, come back down, hold the support, and break down. Then I say, yeah, let's look at for targets over here, this low, and then this low. That is definitely, I'd say, yeah, 100%. And once we step back into the range, we're back into this fucking consolidation. We play it back to the mid-range and back to range low, right? As simple as that. Then those who said this one over here, I think that was 5 from this low here and this high here. That's also, you could say that's correct. The mid-range will be about here. And where did we come? We found support off the mid-range. That was a deviation. Got back up, and all we've done is come back as support, which means the magnet price is here. No problem. It's perfectly fine. As a higher time frame, you can use that as definitely as a perfect one. Me personally, for a high time frame, I would say this one, number 6, this area here. We've got a bigger range to play now, right? So if I just fucking draw, like, I'll give you an example. Let's just draw a Fibonacci from this low here, and then we can just talk about this. From this low here to this high here. You see the Fibonacci makes a bit of a story there, right? And he kind of like, oh, okay, cool, right? And also, I would mark this out. There's nothing wrong with this because price has been consolidating here. But let's just focus on this high. This is what I would call higher time frame. We've used a much more wider scale, a much more bigger data, and price is capped between this high and this low. Definitely this low, right? The reason why is that, I mean, you can use this high here if you want. That's not a problem because that was a deviation of the high and then it broke down. But I like to use this one here because you know why? Look at the mid-range. The mid-range tells its story. When we come from this high here, the mid-range comes down, it's deviation, gets back above it, and once we find below it, we break down and come back to range low. Then we come, well, it's not really a retest, it becomes a bit of a retest, we come back up and become choppy. Support, deviations, support, support, and we smash down, right? This mid-range is clearly fucking important, which means if we get back above it and hold it, and reclaim this trend line, off we fucking go. Target 1, target 2, target 3. Because then I can split this into another quadrant, playing it within a smaller range. Does that make sense, guys? What I'm saying to you, that what you guys have showed me, nothing wrong with that. It's absolutely perfectly fine, and I think this is. But what I'm saying is, if we look, I went on a daily and I zoomed out, Now that I've got my higher time frame basis, now I can start working on a smaller time frame, which basically means if you work on higher time frame up first, go on the weekly, the monthly, the daily chart, squanch it together, look for where price is at. And all you're doing is you're like, alright, cool. Motherfucker, where we at? We are over here. What's over here? We've got this range over here, 100%. We are working at this range. Can I use this range here? No, we can't really use this range because we're above here. But if I were to look at the daily, price is stuck here to here. Look at the range low. Support, support, deviation, and come back up and hold a support. The moment we come back into it, especially take out this high, it's bullish market structure. Remember market structure we're talking about? Higher high, higher low, higher high, no sorry, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then you think, hang on a second, we're grinding back up. And then once we take out this high, flip your fucking bias, off we go, support is over here, let's play back to range, mid-range, from mid-range, we'll see how we go. This is another area of consolidation, we held above it, once we get back above this, my invalidation is here, and off we go, mid-range, and then we play it level to level. Right? Does that make sense there, guys? I'm not shitting on anyone. What I'm saying is that you guys are perfectly fine in terms of what you chose and stuff like that. For those who chose different areas over here, what's important, what I'm trying to say to you guys is that always focus on where price is at. Just if you can focus where price is at, you don't need to worry about this little chop over here. Does that make sense? Because all this chop here is noise for now. Like I said, once we break out this low, then we can say the targets are 1, 2, 3, and then we can go to this area of consolidation. Then you say, yeah, well, these are the levels we'll be looking at, which means level to level fucking play. Does everyone understand that? So now if I were to look at Ethereum, right? Yeah, if I were to look at Ethereum, right, and I just zoom in, right, so that's the daily, let's go to the fucking 4 hours, and we can see a trend line over here. So trend line we've got over there, it's looking all nice and pretty. Can anyone see that? I'll make it a bit thicker actually, so you guys can see it. For those who are on their phone. What's so important about this trend line? Let me just fucking make this nice and prettier, right? There, that's it. Right, what's so important about this trend line? Let's just talk about it right now. We've got support here. We've got a deviation. We've got support here. We've got support here. We've got a deviation here. We've got support here. We come back down. Once we lost this level, let's see if this breaks down. It comes back as a deeper pullback, as a deviation. Then he breaks down and loses this level, and then he goes down to this area of oops, you guys can't see actually. Right? Oops. Let me move myself out for a second. Put this over here. I'm just gonna move myself just for a moment. Oh, motherfucker! Yeah, just there. What's happening is that we come into this area of consolidation here. So if I delete this for a second, and I just put a box. See this consolidation over here? That was an area of consolidation. What happened is, come into it, right? And look how price reacted. Come into it, wicked into it, right? Take out the stops, right? I know this is the Ethereum dominance, but we can just apply the same bullshit over and over again. Came out the stops, come back up, hold the support, 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 held support all the way, shot back up, took out these highs, bullish market structure. Now we're at the fucking trend line. All we're looking for now is, do we actually come back down, hold the mid-range, and then go for one more step? Or do we actually break down, and then, you know, that will be confirmation to go lower? Or do we step back into the fucking trend line, hold it, take out these highs there, let's fucking go, target 1, target 2, and then I say target 3. Does that make sense? FMG's in the house. Yo, FMG, what's going on? You're losing, fam. Fucking hell, FMG, you're the fucking scalper here, man. You tell me, innit? huge head and shoulders pattern. I see what you're saying. I mean, like, what my mind is saying, right, is the head and shoulders is this, isn't it? I'm saying, like, that's shoulders, head, shoulders, and then that's the breakout over here, which is possible. What if we step back below the mid-range? You know, that's the fucking short over here, right? So that's Ethereum dominance, right? Ethereum dominance at the moment, right? If we take out this high, it's fucking bullish, right? That's what we're gonna look at for. As long as we hold above this, the mid-range at the very minimum is bullish. Reclaim this this trend line, bullish as well. Okay, so that's what we're looking at on the trade. Does everyone get that? A little sober, a little bit not so really sober, but I'm really good, bro. You messaged me, right, and you're like, you had a good time last night. It sounds like you had a good time yesterday. Yeah. So if this was a head and shoulders, right, then what we're looking for is that, okay, so the neckline, this is the neckline. You can say that's the neckline. We then need to start breaking down from the neckline. This will be the fucking confirmation to short Ethereum and go a lot more lower, because Ethereum dominance is going down, and I'm guessing there's less money in Ethereum, and it's going to start shaking the shit out of it. Yeah, good to hear. Good to hear, man. What you guys? What you got anything planned tomorrow? Jay's in the house, man. Jay, mom up. What's going on, brother? So looking at Ethereum, right now, Ethereum, it's been a bit of a messy one in my opinion, right? Looking at Ethereum, right, obviously we've got this fucking range band environment here. Bring myself fucking back down. I don't like floating in the fucking air like that, right? We know, as a quick view, right, quick one, let's just go on the daily and see what's going. Actually, you know what, fucking let's look at the weekly. What's the weekly saying? Fuck me, what a strong ass fucking week. Fuck man. I mean, it does look like it's gonna come up to here. It's all this. Fuck. Yeah, it looks like it's going to come to here at least, at the very minimum. 1700 area. Potentially here. I mean, we've taken out last week's high, clearly. Taking out the high of it. Oh, fuck off. Taking out the high over here. And I'd say this would be a pivotal area here. This really is the pivotal area here. This area here. Question is, do we actually reclaim? Do we come back into this? We can actually reject off here and break down, not a problem, but it's more likely, I'd say, it's possible that we come up to here. Do we break down and then sell off, or do we reclaim it, right? Reclaim it and hold it and then go a lot more higher prices. Then we step into this range over here. So it's interesting to see, but you see, if you look over here, let me just move this up. So you see all this in like fast fucking dump on the weekly, fast dump. I mean, I wouldn't mind coming up to here, to be honest. A very minimum up to here. Just if we just focus on this side of the chart, not focusing all these data, just on this side of the chart, looks really probable that we can go up to there. I mean, I don't see why not. Let's just say for example, this is the high, and we do something like this, right? Let's just say we do something like this, hold above it, reclaim this, and off we go, fuck into this area here. Do we break above and hold above it, go higher, or do we just fucking break down and let's short the shit out of it, and that's the lower high, smack the motherfucker down, and off we go. So, interestingly enough, right, Ethereum looks bullish. Let me have a look at BTC. Actually, I didn't even do that for BTC. That's a bit dumb. Even BTC chart on the weekly looks quite decent, though, in my opinion. It does look quite decent, because look, if you look at this way, remember market structure we talked about, the high, lower low, lower high, lower low. We're looking to make the lower high in it. Does it come into this area here? Weekly wise, looks kind of good. I'd say if we just focus on this area here. No, I wouldn't say that. I'd say this first. Has to be this first, and then this. That's the area. Those are the two areas we'll be looking for. Can I shorten this up to this one here? Yeah, I think I like this one better. So that's the area we're looking for. So the question is, remember the range high, does it do something like this? Break down, hold above it, and off we go. Target 1, target 2, swing play, hard stop over here, because that's the range low. I said hard stop over here, and we play a range and does it come back up, break down, and then smack the motherfucker down? That's the lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Fuck this motherfucker. Let's send this back down to wherever he wants to go. So Tricky. It is a Friday. Pro tip: Friday, be careful. It is profit-taking time. It does happen across the market, or like whichever fucking market you play, forex, where you play bonds, you play fucking crypto. It's always going to be profit-taking time. It's like smoking time, right? So that's what we're looking at in terms of the whole fucking scenario itself. Looking at BT's Ethereum. Let's see what Ethereum is saying. Yeah, Ethereum looks good though. It's been a tricky one in my opinion. I do believe it has been a bit tricky. I explain why, right? So we all know this, right? Done this over and over again. We'll do it again one more time. So we know this is a range bound environment which we played for the last 4 weeks, right? Remember, consolidation leads to breakout. We're looking for the retest. Didn't do a retest. Expansion. This reminds me of how 2020 January, December was playing. Really similar. You see how this was it? So do you remember, like, I showed you that the range we were playing, and it was looking for a retest and it didn't. This looks the same to me in my opinion, because if you look at it this way, we're broken up. I mean, let's fucking move this across. Right? Let's just focus on this area here. Can you see this retest over here? We did have a retest over here to step back in and go a lot more higher. What it's done is it's looking like fucking. This is like fucking March though. It's like fucking March 2021. Because we did a high, then we had a stop run, and then if we start breaking down, then I'll fucking play this down there. But the reason why it's been so difficult for me to play it, right, is that I was looking for a short. Is because, look, this is what happened, right? Let me just highlight this, right? For 15 minutes. You can see this trend line, right? This bullish this rising wedge. Sorry, you can see that, right? I mean, if this were to go above and hold above it, let's fucking go target 1, target 2, $1,700. That will be a fucking trade there, to be honest, for bullish play. But we could just do this, step back into here and break down. Now, let me explain to you why it was a little bit difficult and why I took the trade on a short in Ethereum. It was aggressive, but it is what it is. So, if you look at Monday's high, let's make this week. Right, we've got to focus on where price is at, right, and look at some of the ranges there. So, look at Monday's high, Monday's mid, Monday's low. I'm going to let you in a little alpha, right? This is like private group shit. I don't think you'd do this in private group anyway. But I'm going to let you in a little alpha, right? On how to tell when something's bullish, right? So, no bottom wick. We're going to nuke lot. I would like to have a nuke because I like to play the shorts, to be honest. I think the shorts got a lot of move down. It'd be quite sweet. But it's been a bit of a tricky one, to be honest, yeah? What's your personal thoughts looking at volume kicking in? Are we going down or break resistance? It's just 1 week to go for Fed meeting. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one in terms of volume. I mean, look, the way I see it, I play it as the market tells me. I just look at what the market's saying. As long as the market's bullish, right, I'll play the bull market. When the Fed comes in, like, you know, the Fed meeting comes in, I won't take a trade on that day. I'll pretty much wait, because anything can happen. I will look at the dollar, BTC, ETH, and ES. I think they're quite important to talk about. But it's been a bit of a tricky one. I do have a Telegram group. It's if you put Dancup, let me type it in. 1 second, guys. So, fucking hell. What'd that do? What channel? Yeah, on Telegram. This is it. Dancup. I need to kick it up properly. Oh, that reminds me. Let me just fucking post that up. Yeah, that's the if you search that, you'll find it. That's my channel there. But I'm gonna have to, again, I was saying to you guys the other day that it's timing that I'm struggling a little bit, right? Because especially when I've got fucking you're welcome, Fahud. especially when you got like houseworks and shit. It's been a bit of a tricky one. So it's been timing that's been a bit of a tough one for me, but hopefully by this weekend, but after this weekend, it should be a lot more easier. I'll have a bit more time. But yeah, so looking at EBTC, right, it's been really tricky. Why? Because look at we've been playing in Monday's range, right? We made the high, right, and I thought this was going to be the high, and it was. You can easily play the game from once we broke below here back to mid range, and we held support at mid range. So we come into mid range, and then what happened? We started grinding back up, and I was like, all right, cool. If we could grind back up, right? Sorry, I took a short here yesterday from this area. Let me just delete this. From this block here was my short, right? The reason why I chose this, right, is that, well, if we were to be bearish, right, if we're going to go back to range low, this should have actually held, break down, and come back down below the mid-range. This would be my confirmation. I'll enter more, compound my position, play back to 25%, and then playing back to range low, right? That's what I was looking for. But instead, the moment we smashed above it, right, and it stopped me out, I'm like, for fuck's sake. And I was like, oh yeah, cool, never mind. Is it a stop run to come back down? And then instead, it come back up, and it finds support on the 25% of the range. I'm like, motherfucker, this looks kind of bullish in my opinion. Bullish where? At least to the range high, potentially for a breakout. What's going on, Name? How's it going, brother? But I'm going to let you in. There's 44 people here, right? Smash the likes, right? I'm going to let you in a little pro tip, right? Of experience here. I learned this from SC actually, and through like trial and error, I actually picked it up. Like I was like, okay, it does make fucking sense. There's high probability of this happening. So you know when you got a range bound environment, right? And you see price doing this, right? Not a problem. If it's holding support, right? So actually, this is a lie. So you see you got a range bound environment. So you got this goes up to range high, and you see how he's just been choppy around this area. Come back up one more time, and he then shoots back down to range low. What are we saying? From range high to mid range, then from mid range to range low, which is why I always say you take profits at mid range. Take a good chunk of profit of mid range, right? Because if you break back below, you can add the position and compound in the position, not a problem. Playing it back to this, right? But reason why I say mid range is that if it's supposed to be bullish, right, or bearish, right, we should like if we're supposed to be bearish, right, we should actually break down from the mid range and looking to break down that range low. That's how you can tell that that's going to go a lot. Well, there's going to be an expansive move. The fact, right? The fact that we held this the range high, to me, all right, and not only that, got up to 25% and come back to range high to this area here. It didn't break down this area consolidation. We broke down, we found resistance, and then we come back up. So to me now, this is fucking bullish. This is going to be a retest, right? It might not even come to Monday's high. A retest over here, hold above it, take this fucking high. Off we go to 17k. That's as a minimum target. If I'm at 17k, we'll see what happens if we get back above and blah blah blah. So to me, it's looking bullish at the moment, just from a pattern point of view, from my own experience. So am I right? I don't know. We won't know just yet, because it could still break down. It could still do whatever it wants. If you look at all this, I've got loads of lines here. It could still come back down and play. Once we step back into the range low, that's your shorting position. So which comes down to let's make a proper plan. So now that I told you all this shit, proper plan, okay? Oh, fucking camera. 1 second, guys. Did alright though. It's like an hour and 13 minutes as well before you fucking dumped on us. One second, guys. Okay, cool. Now I'm plugging back in. Video capture. I'm gonna kick back at this off again. Cool. Everyone sees me? All good? Yeah, batteries, man. Fucking batteries. It did better. It did an hour and like 13 minutes or so, an hour and 12 minutes. To be honest, it was on for like 10 minutes before I actually freaking did start the stream. So it did well. We just fucking fucked us up. But yeah, so let's talk about the fucking the scenarios, right? We're gonna talk about the bearish scenarios first, right? Because price, yeah, do you remember when I said to you about the Ethereum dominance? Like, look at where price is at, focus on the area. But then, like, we also got to focus on areas of where there's key levels, right? So these are the key levels for Monday's high, because we need to see that if it was to be bullish, right, like it needs to retest and hold above it and go a lot more higher, take out these highs and off we go, blah blah blah, right? But the question is now, right, is this a retest? Are we going to get a retest, or we going to get a deviation? That's the key. So we're going to talk about shorts first. So a deviation will then confirm if price gets back below, right? So you see this low here? Oops. See this low here? Find resistance off this low. That's my fucking trigger to enter the trade back to playing at 25% of the range, and then fill out this void, this void, not void, void, whatever you want to call it. Fill this out, come back into here, and see what happens over here. That would be my target 2 area here. Do we hold above it? Because then that'll be a retest of this range over here, and then go back up. We don't know, but if it breaks down, right? I can enter. I can keep my position for that my next set of targets there. Then once we take out these lows over here, and we find resistance and break down, oops, sorry, something like this. Then I play target, next set of targets, and the next set of targets, 25% of the range and range low. And all we're doing is just playing in this range low. That's the bearish play. That's how we're gonna actually look at bearish. I won't enter a short right now. I would want to wait over here. I'm in a long position, right? I'll talk about that in a second. I'm in a long position, but for me to enter shorts, we need to start breaking down this area here. This will be my confirmation, and that's how I'll play the game back to mid-range, and then from mid-range to range low. How do you zoom out so nicely? Which one? From the charts itself. Is that what you're talking about, Musa? I'm gonna get a drink. Give me 1 second. I'm just waiting for Musa to respond back to me actually. Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you guys here. I think my fucking the guy's fitting the wardrobe, right? They've got a fitted wardrobe coming on, right? I think the guy who's actually fitting the wardrobe, right, is fucking jacking my drinks from the fridge, the bastard. Motherfucker. I mean, I ain't gonna be slack to him. I'm like, yo, stop jacking my drinks in here. The fuck? At least ask. I'm not gonna do that, because it's just drinks. But asking it, you know what I'm saying? Fucking don't go to my man's fridge and open it up and see what's going on. Because I swear to God, I had 2 fucking Coke cherries there. They're gone. Like, I didn't smoke. I fucking gotta drink Robinson's fruit shoot in it. Shout out to Robinson's. Motherfucker. How does kids drink this shit, man? Yeah, violating my fucking fridge in it. I'm gonna let him slide because he's a cool guy. Oh, I'll tell you something though. This motherfucker, right? He's like fucking he's telling me like no. So I go upstairs, I'm chilling with him and whatnot, because I'm just seeing what he's doing and keeping an eye on the work and stuff like that. And I smoke in it, and I asked this to everyone, like, do you smoke in it? And he's like yeah. So I gave him a cigarette, and he's like, oh, what cigarette is these? I'm telling him from duty free, blah blah. And it's like he's getting excited about it. It's fruity and shit. And every time he goes for a cig, fam, he always asks me for a cigarette, and I'm like, I'm not stingy, right? I'll give you a cigarette, but damn, motherfucker, man. Chill the fuck out, innit? Most frequent word in the stream till date. Which word? Oh, Uncle Rista's phoning me. I'll have to pick that up in a second. 1 second. I'm gonna let this one slide, right? It's not an important one to pick up. I'll phone him up in a bit. But yeah, so that's the bearish scenario, right? So fucking gotta drink fucking fruit shoot and shit, man. What the fuck is wrong with me? Yeah. I don't know, this is off and I'm back there. Octopus. 1 second. Sorry guys. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Rossi.
Hi there, you're right there.
Hiya, mate. It's Sharp's bedroom delivery crew.
Oh yes, the Sharp's bedroom, that's right, yeah, you guys are delivering today, is that correct?
Yeah, we're running a bit late. We're just leaving Bristol there, so it's going to be about 1:45.
Boss.
Is that alright?
Boss, but any time you want to come, 5, 6 o'clock, I'm home anyway. So you take your time, get here safely, okay?
No problem at all. I'll see you about 1:45-ish.
Alright, perfect. I'll see you then, alright?
Cheers,
Take care. Bye-bye. Bye. See ya. Got another fucking delivery for another bedroom. Shit, man, that was a busy fucking day today. But yeah, where were we? Yeah, man's taking my fucking my fucking cigarettes in it, motherfucker. Motherfucker hung up on me. Dude, I say the word motherfucker a lot. Before I used to say dickhead in it. Now I'm saying motherfucker. It's really bad, man. Like when I'm around kids and shit, and it slips out, you're like, oh shit. But I was chatting to this girl today, right? Not today, yesterday night. I was just catching up. How you doing? Blah blah. And she was telling me like, oh, you're on YouTube now. I'm like, how do you know? And she's like, yeah, danking it. Like fucking, I saw you on YouTube in it. I'm like, oh shit. And she's like, you sweat too much in it. I go, fucking hell. What's wrong with that? So she's like, it's like nothing's wrong with it, but it's like, do you have to swear? I'm like, but if you're telling me there's nothing wrong with it, then the fuck you telling me what to do in it? Shut the fuck up in it. But fucking hell, man. So so let's just get cracking. But yeah, we're talking about bullish play in it. Yeah, man, taking my cigarettes, bastard in it. I'm a little bit pissed off in it because they're running out, man. I smoke a lot anyway, but cigarettes, what can you do? I'm not gonna say no to anyone. All right, so cool. We're looking for a few things, right? So the first thing, right, is we're looking for potential move into, I'd say, this move here? Yeah, there, right? So, pullback scenario, right? We're on, if this is the breakout, right? So we did consolidation, and I'm right that we're above the mid-range. I'm missing a line over here somewhere. I'm missing a fucking line there. I think that's about right. That looks about right there. I bet you if I actually get that pinpoint perfect there. Fucking bang on, motherfucker. Yo, dang, fucking sniper rifle shit. She should be watching you right now. She probably isn't it? Like, yo, if you're watching this, motherfucker to you, innit? But no, she's a lovely girl. She's a sweetheart. She is as well. Which I paid attention to even more. It's been I wouldn't say it's been pretty clean. It's been tricky. I've been looking for shorts when we were over here last night. I was looking. Well, was it last night? It was last night. No, the day before. I was looking for shorts over here. I'm like, we're gonna, fucking break down. Maybe a breakdown. I was like, I'm not gonna enter the trade because I was looking at ETH BTC. ETH BTC. I'm like, we'll see how it goes. ETH dominance looking like that. I was like, if we break down below here, that's my fucking confirmation. I'll smack that down, play it back to range low and stuff like that. That's what I was looking for. But it's now showing decent move. So bullish play. Let's talk about the bullish play. Bullish play is this now. So you see this high over here? This high here is acting like an SR. Why? Resistance, 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 and then we smashed above it. So I'm expecting a retest over here, right? We've got a bit of a consolidation in this area here. I mean, you see this high? I'm gonna just mark out key points right here. Right, that's it. That's what we're gonna mark out key points, and we're talking about what's what, right? So at the moment, right, that if it breaks this high and holds it, that's my confirmation to go higher prices. Why? Because we're making higher highs. Well, this we're taking out market structure. So you see, this was a high, and that was a low, lower high, lower low, and like that to me looked like a lower high, right? But then we came down, it's lower low, probably, and what happened? It just fucking took out this high. So now market structure has shifted. If market structure has shifted, right, now when you start looking for bullish plays, and if bullish plays is to play out, that'll be one set. That's the breakout play, right? That's the breakout play that is. Now I'm going to look up for a pullback scenario. The pullback scenario is this. I still need that fucking line. Don't know why I fucking got rid of it. The pullback scenario is this, right? Let it come back down, right? Come back into the mid-range. Let it do its thing. The moment it holds this high here, that's an SR, right? Holds this SR. That's the play, and this will be my confirmation. So I will enter right here, or I'll have a confirmation over here. That's your confirmation, but I like to enter here. Stop loss over here. I should probably have a bit of a wider stop loss. Stop loss over here. Yeah. Stop loss over here, and see what happens over there. And once we get up here, happy days. If we start breaking down, I cut the fucking trade. And then if we start breaking down like I discussed, then the bearish plans comes into play. Right? Does that make sense? So that's really it, to be honest, as well. With Ethereum, nothing much to talk about, And if we look at fucking dollar index, right? Dollar index is still a range bound environment. Let me show you. This range bound environment, where's the range? Oh, someone asked me how do I, make it wider, 50 minutes, blah blah. So quickly, someone asked me that. Let me answer the question. So, if I've got a mouse, right? I've got a mouse right here, and all I'm doing, I'm just scrolling up and down, right? That's what I'm doing. Okay. What if you don't have a mouse, or you do it on your laptop, right? What you do is you go into your mouse, right, and you see this area here. Just follow my mouse right here. You see the numbers. If I click on it and hold it and go up and down, I can make this higher and lower, so I can get more picture. Now, same thing up here. You see the dates at the bottom? Follow my mouse. See the bottom of the dates? If I click on it and hold it, I can pull it, right? And I can make wider, more. Keep doing this. Well, yeah, that's the most it is on 15 minutes, and that's the most it is on. It gets to a point where it's capped, so you won't show any more. Then I might have to go to the 1 hour, and then might have to pull, and that's the most it will show me on the 1 hour. But on the 4 hours, that's the most it shows me on the 4 hours. This is fucking shit. On the daily, hang on a second, what's going on? Oh, this is dollar index. What the fuck am I doing? Dollar index, yeah. Sorry, Ethereum. I was gonna say, I was like, what the fuck? This fucking, yeah. So you can see if I scroll out, this is the most it will show me on the 15 minutes, right? And if I want more, we've got high time frame, that's like the hourly. I get more, and same for the daily. Blah 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 blah. Right? Does that make sense? Hope that helps. Oh, we'll just use the auto. But yeah, the auto button works. If you on the bottom right hand corner, you see the number over here. You see the sunshine. Below the sunshine, there's an auto button. Click on it, and it just centers it all for you. Right? That's perfectly fine as well. I like having more control, so I can actually, because I'm looking at certain things. Right? But the thing is, auto, it's stuck. I can't move up and down. It's left and right. And I don't really like that, so I like having more free control kind of thing. Does that make sense? What's going on, Al? How's it going, brother? Welcome. Smash the likes, everybody, if you don't mind. Eve tagging 1720? I believe so. I believe so. For me, it's tagging this area, 1700 at least at the very minimum. And this is the area consolidation. Once we get back above, I might as well do this now. I will talk about it on Sunday. Once we get back above it and hold above it, fucking let's go. Target 1, target 2. That's it. This area here, and this, yeah, and then this area here. Then we'll talk about what happens, because it could still be the lower high. This could still, that's the lower high, right? And that's the lower low. This still can be the lower high. But I like this fucking yearly open to be tagged, motherfucker. We'll talk about that on Friday, on Sunday. Dollar index, right? I was talking about dollar index. Let's quickly chat about dollar. On the 15 minutes, right? I mean, dollar index looks like it's breaking down. It's found resistance at the 108 level. How would I actually say that? Yep, this is going to go a lot more lower. Look on the 15, like on the hourly. 4 hours, this is 4 hours, right? This is a range bound environment over here, right? This here has been like years and years of range bound environment. We've broken above it. We haven't had a retest. I would like this to be a retest over here. Whether we hold above it and go up higher, we don't fucking know, or whether we break down, we don't know. But level to level target first is, right, if you look at what dollar index is doing on the 1 hour, right? You see this? It's stepped. This was the range before. We broke below it, found resistance, come back down. We come to the new range over here. House support, the mid range, come back below it, and come as deviation. It's been choppy. It's been really, really choppy. We don't fucking know what happens. If you were to hold above it and break up higher, I'd say that would be the next set of areas we would look at. Well, target 1, target 2. If we were to break below it and lose this area here, that would be the target 1, and looking at target 2, right? And then if this happens, if this scenario happens, it's very good for Bitcoin and for S&P, because dollar's going down, the stock market's going to move. So that's really it for when it comes to fucking dollar. It's still a range bound environment until proven otherwise. You've got a deviation, another set of how many deviation we need to have, man? There's fucking resistance over here. I mean, I don't mind stepping back into this area, then break back down, and then fucking lose this area and fucking let's send this fucking down back there. I wouldn't mind that. But dollar index is playing out. Seasonality in July and August. Okay, we make lows for dollar. So we'll see how that goes, right? That's dollar. Let's talk about EPDC. No, ES quickly. ES is looking bullish. Do you remember yesterday I was talking about this, right? We've got that itself here. Oh, let's do it fucking quickly. Daily. You guys see? 2021's ranges, right? The yearly range itself from last year's range. Range high, range low. We're taking out the stops, and that was it. It was a very fast fucking tickle. That's what it was. It was a little tickle in the T's and shit. Same, yeah, little tickle in the T's right there. Taking out the stops on both sides of the fucking tickle and T's shit, right? Now, I need to ask you something. Not sure if it's the right place to discuss that. Yeah, Pirate Explorer, by all means. You can DM me on Twitter. For those who want to DM me on Twitter, I'm not one of those influencers like that. Ignore and stuff like that. You can go to my profile. Trader Dank, that's me. And you can message. I've got 2 messages there, and I do get people that DM me and whatnot. There are certain questions that people ask me, then like I haven't responded. Forgive me for that. I don't mean to be rude or anything like that. Where's my fucking chart? I don't mean to be rude if I've ignored you for that. It's just that there's a lot of people who shows me love, and I really appreciate that. But I don't want to open my DMs so much. So when you guys got like a serious question kind of thing, I'm more than happy to actually open it up and talk to you. I've done so many times. So but yeah, if you guys got questions, you can always open. You are free to fucking message me, and I'll do my best to message you back as well. I will do my best. Yeah, I'm that kind of guy. I just like fucking help every motherfucker out there, innit? Sorry to ask again, but on my 15 minutes I can't zoom out to see the same amount of data as you. Oh, you know what it is? It's probably your screen. I'm not taking a piss. It's got to be your screen. What screen are you using? Are you using like a laptop or using it? Because I've got a 27-inch screen monitor, right? And I can get more data on that 27-inch. That's what it is. So if you have like a 32-inch TV, right, or like a monitor, you can have more data than I have. That's what it comes down to as well. So that plays a big factor. It's serious. Oh yeah. Go on then. You know what? Send it to me now, right? Because I think, like, do you remember I said to you guys, I'm gonna bear with me a second. I just want to wait for a message and then see what's going on. Send it to me now and then let me see what's going on. Okay? Did you remember when I said to you like there's certain things that like I won't miss? If it's serious, it's serious, and then I'll try and help you as soon as possible. And if it's not serious, I'll try and skip it, kind of thing, and I'll come back to it when I can. 1 second there. Alright, cool. Ning, I see you. See you, Ning. Alright, cool. So yeah, we're talking about fucking oh, when you do, okay, that's fine. Let me just fucking go to profile. Don't want this back up. I don't want DMs to be open to everyone. But yeah. So yeah, what were we talking about? Yes, that was it. Fucking now. Yes, fucking Pirate Explorer, you know, confused the shit out of me a little bit there. But yeah, it's all love. So we're talking about a little bit of a tickle in the T's, a little bit of a tickle in the T's. Nothing too major. We don't have a fucking proper deviation, right? It's just a tickle in the T's. That's what it is. Like, you know them tickles that you're like when you were a kid and fucking you're enjoying it and you want more, but then like they say, yeah, that's enough. That's what it really is. So mid-range, range low. We held the mid-range. So if again as a range bound environment, what we talk about? Target 1. Looking for target 2. That's the next set of targets. You look for the consolidation, that's target 2, and then it'll be target 3 over here. Okay? So to me right now, ES is looking bullish, right? ES from a fucking perspective of a trading point of view. Delete this shit. I draw that just split that into quadrants. We don't need to worry about that. That's the monthly open. We're both monthly open. All good. Now we'll come back up. Let's put this on the 4 hours actually for a second. That's a bit wonky. 2 hours. Can you see this, right? We've held that. If we were to be bearish, right, on ES, you see this area of consolidation? This should have been acted as resistance, right? This was resistance. We got back above it and we're holding it as support. You see this? So that to me already is bullish. You can put a stop loss below here. Hard stop over here, obviously. Targeting this area here. Targeting this area here. From there, then we're looking at these highs over here. All these highs over there. And then going to the mid-range. That's all it is. Fucking is. And if ES is bullish, let's fucking go. Target 1, target 2, target 3. And that's the case. Bitcoin's gonna go higher. Ethereum's gonna go higher. All fucking going well. Alright? Am I from India? No, I'm from the UK. Originally from Mauritius. Alright, I talked about Mauritius a few times. I get that a lot. Indian or Pakistani. I think it's because I'm brown. But not all brown people are Pakistani or India. But you never knew that, Gova. So, nah, I'm from Mauritius. L'île de Maurice. Rahul, I'm not Indian, right? Just in case you're thinking, because I saw the lol. But yeah, so fucking yeah, so that's it. Then if we break down below it, we can short it. If we break above it, we look to long it. X, Y, and Z. Whichever the play is, we do it. You're half Mauritian. Shit, where you from? Where about in Mauritius you from, pirate? Like, I'm from an area called Chimirien. That's where, like, oh fucking, I'm going story time, motherfuckers. Let's go. For those who don't know what Mauritius is, right? When I went to Turkey, no one knew what Mauritius is, or even fucking, this is our flag. It looks like the gay flag, but it's not. It's not the LGBTQ flag. It literally is the Mauritian flag. Rouge, bleu, vert, red, blue, yellow, green. And this is our country. This is ours, mine and Pirate's country. Fucking hell, man. Peng as fuck, isn't it? You live in London? Nah, I'm from Birmingham, innit? Few more shit. But yeah, this is our area, man. We look like fucking, it's a beautiful place, man. So in terms of like the fucking, let me show you on the maps, man. Half Mauritian, half Italian. Fucking hell, man. That's a mad combination. I rate that. How come it, like, mom's Mauritian or dad's or mom's Italian? Where's the fucking zoom out button? One second. It's back into the center. Okay, very. Yeah. That's this. So I'm over here in Birmingham, minute, right? And I fly down all the way here, this area here. So you can see, like, well, we're not between. I like to say between Australia and Madagascar. It's so much easier, but we're off the coast of Madagascar. We're far from India and Pakistan. Me and Pirate, we don't there. I mean, Pirate's from here actually. So Pirate is like, yeah, Pirate's over here, and like I'm fully Mauritian. I'm right here. That's me, right? So Pirate's half of this, right? And I'm the full version. But anyway, your mum's Mauritian. Where about in Mauritius? Like, is she from? Like in south or north? Have you been there before? What is a mid-range? Charting the world. Yeah, fucking hell. What? Mid-range of this motherfucker. I think it's fucking Sudan, isn't it? let's get a fucking range. Birmingham, Mauritius. Mid-range of this is fucking. It is Sudan. I was right. Literally Mali, Niger, Sudan, Saudi Arabia, India. We come to India. We're going in Myanmar, Thailand, and that kind of place. I want to go to Thailand, fam. Thailand is like probably my next place I'm gonna go to. Fuck, you know, I'm stretching it a lot, fam. Fucking didn't sleep very well then. Savage. The mid-range is India. Oh, yeah, that's fucking. I'm Indian now, innit? Let's do it. Right, yeah. So that's story time over. Let's fucking get back to work now. Oh shit, let me do this. Where are you guys from, actually? Where are you guys actually from? Like, is there anywhere in the world that you guys have been that you recommend to go? Because I'll tell you what, I've gone, right? So, I've gone to fucking Mexico. I can tell you where I've gone. Like, literally, I've been to Mexico, which is, right. I've been to Mexico over here. I haven't been to the United States yet. I've been to fucking France, I've been to Spain, I've been to Belgium, Netherlands, Germany, Switzerland. I haven't been into Italy yet. I've been to Turkey, fucking China. I've been to China. I've been to Japan. Where's Japan? Japan's right here. I've actually been obviously Mauritius. Okay, I haven't been to these areas here. I've been to the UAE. UAE is somewhere. I don't fucking know where it is. UAE is right here. I think that's about all the countries I've been to. I haven't been anywhere else. I've been a lot of Europe here. Fucking hell. Have I got anywhere else? No, I don't think so. Yeah, that's it. That's where I've been to. Anywhere else you recommend me going? Switzerland's mad. We're trying the map here. Where's Mauritius are you from? I'm from Chimirien. So Chimirien down. I'll give you an example where I'm from. So this is our island, right? For those who don't know, history time. Port Louis is the capital city. You want to go to some banging beaches. Calm Bay is the place to go. This area here is a mad place. There's a place next to it called Peribé, right over here, right next to it. That's sick. And also this coast over here is a banging fucking coast. Oman, if you go to Oman, my god, is fucking tang, motherfucker. If you go to the right side, like if you go to Flak, you can take a boat to an area called, like a little boat or speedboat to an area called Ilusef. Ilusef is sick as well. You do the whole day there. Maibu over here. What's so historic about Maibu? The British and the French fought over here, and the British fucked the French. British vs French. Yeah, the French got fucked over, and it's Natural History Museum over there. There's a just over here. Shimagain is where I'm from. Just over here, I think about this area here. There's a small little island. There's a ship. There's a fucking what's it called? Fuck it. I'm trying to think. Ilo Sancho. Ilo Sancho is a little. You literally go on the coast, on the beach, right? You can just walk across the water. It's a little island, right? Ilo Sancho, and there's a shipwreck there. Fam, motherfuckers, I'll tell you something straight though. The fucking the Dutch, right? There were pirates in it. They came to our fucking country, ate all our fucking dodos, the motherfuckers, in it. You fucking dodo bastard. But they ate our fucking dodos, right? And there's a shipwreck there. And what happened is, like, bruv, Mauritius was rich in ebony tree. Ebony tree, you don't get that no more. There's only one tree of ebony is in Mauritius. It's in Pamplemousse, which is over here. Fucking sick looking tree. It's like 500 years old. But what's sick about ebony tree, if you guys don't fucking know, I need to get high for this shit and tell you this. What's sick about ebony tree is that it's the hardest wood in the world. Like straight up the hardest wood. So what they would do, these pirates, they'll come over and they fucking cut our fucking ebony trees and repair the fucking ships in it, and they fly off and whatever. But Ilo Sancho, right over around here, around this area, I think it's by Belgica. It's about this area. I know when I drive. When I drive there, I know where it is, right? Nah, I think it's by Belhomme. Belhomme, that's where it is. It's not. Yeah, I got it wrong. It's literally here, Belhomme. And you can see a thingy, a fucking shipwreck over there. And what happened was, in Maibu, they got all the fucking the gold and shit. The pirate golds are there. It's gangster mother place, man. It's a fucking sick place. Let's see what everyone's saying. Are you from East? Flak District. Flak is kind of dead though, I ain't gonna lie to you, you know. I've been there a few times. Mad dead. The only good thing is, in my opinion, is the fucking, what do you call it? Illusurf. But I haven't been there that much, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Australia is deviation. Yeah, man, Australia's fucking deviation. I want to go there too. Kashmir. Dude, Kashmir is the place to go. New Zealand, motherfucking rap god. Yo, you are saying some bars there. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I'll tell you about New Zealand. New Zealand is a fucking beautiful place though. Badass motherfucking place though. You know? Peru, I'd like to go. Brazil. You know, now you're speaking. Greece, Portugal, yeah. Czech Republic. Prague is like, yeah, good for thingy. For, fucking... what should we call it? Motherfucking, architectures are beautiful there. Rahul, you gotta go over Mauritius, man. It is lit. Quarantine in Mauritius and then locked down for free. Fucking hell. That's deep, though. When Dank says fucking 10 times a minute, you know Dank. Yeah, man. I love my country, man. I love it. Like, and I think everyone should be, whether you're from India, Pakistan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, whether you're from all the stands as well, or you're from like Mexico, whatever. Love your country, man. Represent. Show some love to that place, because at the end of the day, that's who you are, and that's who I am. I'm Mauritian. I'm proud of it. I am who I am. Don't like it? Fuck off. Find somewhere else. But yeah, we talk about ES. It's bullish. We talk about that. EBTC. Let's quickly talk about EBTC. EBTC, as you all are aware, right? Let me get this up in 4 hours. Just waking up and jumping up. Yo, Mike, what's going on, brother? Going to rewind and start from beginning. Oh, bless you, man. You take care. Hope you enjoy the show, man. It's been a good show. How are you guys finding it? You guys enjoying it? Fucking talking about Mauritius and shit and countries and fucking mid ranges, and India is fucking the mid range, along with fucking Nigeria. It's not Nigeria. It was not Sudan. What's that fucking African country we talked about? Fucking, I need to get back up now. Sudan, yeah. Sudan is the fucking the mid range as well. Chad, Mali, and Mauritania as well. But yeah, EBTC. We're talking about EBTC. Let's focus on that, because that needs to be a chapter. So it's a range band environment. Nothing's really changed at all. It's still the same shit, really. We're playing at the mid range. We'll come up there. Is this a deviation? I also want to show you something, right? Like just like I did with the fucking the charts for come on, Billy. No. Ethereum dominance, right? I want to do the same shit over here, right? Look at this, right? Ignore this for a second, doesn't really matter. We're just going to focus on this, right? See this low here, right? This is macro. We're talking about macro motherfucking shit, right? And look at this bad boy over here. That's the high. Which means, right, look at that. Can everyone agree with this? We can agree that this, let me just move this over here. You guys can see it. Cool, everyone can see it. So, great stream as always. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate that. Thank you, Ashwin. Thank you, Vimarsh. Lone Wolf, I really enjoyed the little sidetrack convos. Bro, I get sidetracked a lot, fam. The worst is when I'm high. I'm telling you, it's the worst thing. That's why all-time high is, like, I'm going to try not to chart because I just chat so much shit. Best time of the day is to listen to F from Dank. Bless you, bro. Morning, Mike from Hunter. Far more entertaining than other streams. Really, that's really sweet of you, man. Lone Wolf is a fucking gangster. I'm gonna say that, man. What's your Twitter at? Let me give you a follow. I think you're not DM me. Post your Twitter app. I'm gonna shout you out over here, and I'm gonna fucking follow you right now. Time to get higher, bruv. Should I get high? It's early in the morning, man. That's not good. That's like a fucking nah. That's someone who's got a problem. Someone's got a fucking problem. So yeah. So the mid range we're talking about: range high, range low, and blaze up right now. Gimbal, are you blazing up right now? Vimarsh said nah. Yeah, I'm with Vimarsh right now. You know, it's too fucking early, man. Can't get high early in the morning, man. You got a problem, you do. Charts will hit high if you get. Sick guy. So got consolidation here, right? What I was looking for, if it breaks down below here, then target 1, take out these lows here, and go over to here, right? The fact that we're in this range here, the mid-range was the target, and now if we break above and hold it, I'd say that'll be the target, which is the macro target, the macro mid-range at 0.073. Now the question comes down to, once we pull up to here, if we reclaim this motherfucker bad boy over here, reclaim this high there, this is your confirmation to fucking go higher. Well, this is a confirmation to go higher, right? This is a trade to go to the range high. So you've literally got trades here. So if price does something like this, right? For example, I'm just showing, price does something like this. What that means is that your alts, your fucking Ethereum, Bitcoin, the lot, they're all gonna go up the motherfucking sky. Get it? Right? Makes sense, because if Ethereum BTC is bullish, there's more power in Ethereum, which is why Ethereum's been pushing like a fucking madman. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta play it as it comes, right? So we're looking at it. It's coming to a key point. Key point is this area here and this area here. Those are the two points, because we need to see if we come back into it, break down to the mid range, and then we play back to level 1, level 2, right? So back into this area, and then this area, lose this area, back into the, and then see if we get a retest. And then what this is a consolidation. That's a break. Oops, let me delete all this shit over here. Right, so you see all this here, right? There's a lot of plans there. That's a consolidation, that's a breakout, this is the retest, can come back over here, whatever he wants to fucking do, hold above it, let's fucking go. Target 1, target 2, target 3. That's the way we fucking look at it. Another way I was looking at it the other day, not the other day, fucking some time ago, don't know if you guys actually are aware of this, right? I was looking at this, right? It's like a flag motherfucker now. So you got that spawn, that's the pole, that's the fucking, flag itself. You can see how the flag is acting, right? I don't like this one actually. That's the flag right there, and this is the flag, right? I don't know if you guys have seen this, right? But you can see, right? I know it's fucking small. Support, deviation, and we're back into this area. Do we break up and hold above it and go up higher? We don't fucking know. But what's so important about a flag? Let me show you. They show you motherfuckers what it is. So if I show you this, right? Go on Google. I'll put in flag of Mauritius now. Flag pattern trading. Cool. Images. Oh no, the flag is wrong. Oh, bullish pennant. That's it. Bullish pennant. Bullish pennant. There we go. See a bullish pennant. See the flagpole. That's right here, right? Just brief and nice and easy. Okay, let's just open this up. I know I've got this shit here. I'm gonna leave it there for now. It's a pattern, right? Until it's proven otherwise, it's just an idea, right? You see, you got the bullish pennant here, the breakout. Normally, you have something like this. Let's see. You know, you got this, and you've seen that price is acting as resistance, 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 resistance. Then we break out and hold above it, and off we fucking go. Similar thing, right? So that's what it is, right? Now, going back to the EPC chart, if we were to be bullish, right, what we need to look now as a bullish pennant, we need to break out, but we have some deviations here and some deviations there. So confirmation is above this high, going that to this level here and this area here. Why am I looking for range high? Is that this height of the flag, right, is the same equivalent of this from the mid range, from a breakout from here to there, approximately. So, which means we could go up higher. If that does it, fucking who knows what happens, man. But we gotta see it level to level. So that's EPDC for me. Looking kind of bullish. But at the same time, bear in mind it is at key levels, which is why we're taking day trades and why we're taking it level to level and taking it a little bit easier than it should be. So you see where we are, finding some sort of resistance of this of these that close over there. But we'll see how it goes. Let's quick look at what BTC is saying. BTC is so it's holding above it. We'll see how it goes. ETH is closed with the wedge. As long we hold above this, reclaim this blue box, that would be my confirmation. That would be a trigger for me to enter. Confirmation is above here. That's the confirmation. Back to 1700. So we'll see how it goes, and it's just been moving upwards. So as we go upwards, we play it. If we were to break down, find resistance, lose this blue box, we play it level to level. Once we get, if we do get back into Monday's range, we play the Monday's range. That's all it is. Simple as that. Nothing too complicated. We play it level to level and be smart about it. Okay? No rushing. Don't fucking shit your panties and shit like that. Just take it fucking easy. Does everyone understand? Any questions? Fucking hell, man. I didn't sleep much, to be honest. No questions, it seems like it. So we're all good, we're all understanding it. We'll all be able to actually make some money, right? Piotr is saying, am I saying it right, Piotr? Hey bud, listen to your streams while driving. I would appreciate if you could tell a specific price when you say here, trend. Okay, here. Sorry, good point. So what I'm saying is, right, in Ethereum, right, if we were to break out, so the price at the moment is at $1,600, right, 1627. Okay, I want it to see hold this level here. So the level I want it to hold is at 1622. So we're literally $4 away. As long as we hold bullish above that, we can dip back into the level of fucking, let's have a look, 1606. We can dip back into 1606, not a problem. But as long as we hold 1622, show bullish market structure, then we can go to the next set of targets. The targets I'm looking for really comes down to $1,700. Break above $1,700, then we enter a new range. Now the range that we're talking about is the one that happened previously. Let's have a look. If we go on the 4 hours, you guys can see. So back before the dump below $1,700, right? It was. Ooh, let's have a look. I mean, even if I draw a trend line here, right there, that looks like a clean smash above the trend line. You can see that, right? I'm not making this shit up, right? Control Z. No, I'm hiding this. This up there. So this is a range band environment, right? So the range band environment I'm discussing is between this high here, which is about 2160, to the low, I'd say, would be this low here. No, I wouldn't say that low. This low here, which is about 1720, 1730, around that area, okay? If we get, so I'm saying 1700 is my area targets, right? If we climb up to 1700 and hold that 1720, 1730 area, show bullish market structure, let's play it to the next level, which is at 1860. That's the mid-range of what? Now, go back to previous price action, go on the daily, you guys can see it. You see this price action here, that's starting the bull run? It's literally a range band environment of this high and low. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, that's it. From this high, which is at $2,042 and about $1,300, and that's the range band environment. You can see. So target 1 will be there. That's the mid range. So I do expect some sort of reaction. It could pop up there to at 1670. Break down, come back to 1622. Once we reclaim it, I'd say looking for target for $1,700. If we reclaim $1,700 and hold that 1670 level, then I say the next set of targets will be at 1856 and then 2042. That's what we're looking at as a range band environment, and we can play a more of an expansive play. I'll discuss this more on Sunday when we do the market outlook, right? So that's it for me, guys. Actually, anything else? Piotr Peter. Am I saying it right, Piotr? I hope I am. I want to say it the right way. I don't want to say Peter. I don't want to say it the fucking British way. That's just... I'm not chopping your fucking name. I'm going to respect your name, innit? Pirate, what kind of pics have you been sending? Let's check this out. I'm not going to show it to you guys. I'm actually intrigued now. Let me pull this over here. What kind of pictures is this? Oh wow, this is beautiful. Yo, pirate, I'm gonna give you a follow. Yeah, I know it's not porn. Yeah, if you guys think it's not porn, it's some really pretty pictures as well. Oh, I remember you. Oh, I'll be honest with you, Vanessa. I actually saw you. I saw your DMs and not DM. I saw your post come up on Twitter once, right? And I just was scrolling through. I'm like, damn, not bad actually. This is pretty interesting as well. I was like, yeah, if I follow this now, I look like a fucking creep in it, right? But yeah, you gotta respect beauty. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I didn't give you a follow. It looks like a fucking perv, innit? But now that you've introduced yourself, then cool, that's good. Let's chat then, innit? But yeah, so that's it. Piotr, yeah, I'm glad I'm saying Piotr right, man. Because like the reason how I know Piotr is right is fucking Piotr Jan from freaking UFC, innit? Would you be looking for swing shorts? Yeah, I would look for swing shorts if it sets up in it. So for me, like, look, for looking at Ethereum, right, just a quick one, right, is that if price comes back up, comes into this area, 2021 range low, breaks down below the 1670 area. So we go to 1700, break down to 1670, show bearish market structure. I'll look for a swing short, and wherever the deviation was above the 2021 high, the 1700 area, then I'll take that's my swing. That's my stop loss. And I'm looking to play level to level, which is at 1440, and then we can play. Well, obviously we step back into Monday's range. Monday's range between 1600 and 1336. Then we go back into this area of consolidation. Can you guys see that? Do you think this is a bear market rally? I do so. I do so. Reason why, right? I've done this before. I'm gonna do it again one more time. Hopefully this is gonna be the last time. And if you look at market structure, right, the moment we lost this low here, market structure broke. We can all agree with that because we're not making higher lows. If it was higher low, we need to hold this low there, right? And then take out this high, then make a new higher high. So the moment this came down, that's the high. Let me just delete all this shit. Sorry, I was just thinking about fucking pirate. Sorry, that's my mistake, guys. Sorry. Yeah, that's the high. And then it's the higher low, sorry, that's the lower low. The lower low, this is be the higher low. Fucking, that's wrong. Lower high, right? And now, we're taking out this low here, that's the lower low. Now, if that's the case, I'm going to write this down properly actually. If I do this here, right there. What we want to see, right, and that's the lower low. Bear market rally, make another lower high. Does it come into this area, right? And holds this and finds resistance of it, we shut the fucking shit down and let's fucking go. Send it down to fucking $400 I was looking for. I would like to see $400 on Ethereum, and I'm buying the fuck up. Well, I'll be buying a big bag and then monitoring how we go there. So that's what I'm thinking. But saying this, if price climbs up, right? If price climbs up, does whatever he wants to do. It can come up to here and still be a lower high. It doesn't really matter. The moment we take out this high here, right, and retest the yearly open and hold it, come back above the yearly open, fucking, that's now the new low. Confirmations have been here. Well, sorry, confirmations here. Let's go for clean highs. Take out liquidity all the way up there. Because right now we're looking to take out liquidity here, possibly. Right? Does that make sense, everybody? Cool. Everyone gets understands it. Mike saying currently watching on the 5 minute how price is reacting to 23,450. Look for the sneaky clues like you mentioned yesterday. Testing theories, 100%, man. That's what you gotta do. Keep testing theories. Fucking BTC. On the fucking 15 minutes for a second. Big grind in it. So this, it looks like London. Nothing's really pushing out of it. We'll see how New York opens. SR place. I mean, let's fucking bring my ranges back on. So we'll see how we break this eye. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. I'm gonna call it a day, guys. It's been a really nice show with you guys. I really appreciate your time. Hopefully we do some alts, man. I want to get some time to do some alts as well, because we haven't covered much alts really. But I'd love to actually get some alts. Probably Saturday we'll do some alts. I'll have more time and we can sit down and do a bunch of alts. Yeah. But yeah. Think of whatever alts you want me to look at, and we'll chat about it as well, okay? So I'm gonna let you guys go. Are you trading magic? If yes, what's your setup? What do you mean magic? Like voodoo shit? Is that what you're talking about? Is that what you're talking about? Or like I just literally trade price action though. Right, cool guys. I'm gonna head off though. I'll catch you soon. Thank you so much. I want to give a quick shout out to Pyro Explorer. I've got to do that first because I just followed on Twitter. Unique name, Mike, Piotr, Derry. We got fucking Hunter in the house as well. We had fucking Lone Wolf as well. Sidiums. Shout out to Dimash, Gimbal. We got fucking Thomas as well. Ashwin. We got Mike, Rahul. We got a bunch of fucking people here, man. This can go on for time. But shout out to all you guys. Thank you so much for actually watching the show. And I hope to catch you guys tomorrow on All Time High. I haven't got a guess. I'm going to try and see if I can get SC on. I know he was a bit busy. If I can get SC back on, I'll be fucking sick. If not, I might just do this as a lone one. I'm not too sure. I'll see how it goes. But I'm going to head out. Take care, guys.